Oh, yeah. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great out there. It is time for another FAQ session, so once again, I went onto all my social medias and I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and let's do it. Where should we start this time? Yeah. Great question from Marcel here. When it comes to speeding up your double bass, how important are the quality of the pedals? Is it 90% technique and practice and 10% hardware, for example? Can you play just as fast on shitty pedals because you have the technique down? Thinking of upgrading mine, if it's worth it. Very good question. I'm gonna say it's mostly technique and practice for sure. That being said, if you do have super duper cheap pedals, you know, they possibly could be limiting what you can do. That could depend on the assembly of the pedal itself. It could depend on how tight you can make the springs. Those numbers probably aren't too far off though. I would say it's anywhere from 80 to 90% practice and technique and your abilities. I wish you would have said what pedal you have currently, but it all depends on what you're trying to do and if you want the pedals heavy or light. I have seen videos of people wearing really weird looking shoes and playing on shitty pedals and they can still do the heel toe double strokes no problem, so yeah, it's got to be at least 90% in the technique, and what's that saying? A bad carpenter blames his tools, right? But I'm sure there's some pedals out there that I can't really play fast on. I can probably further answer that question by ordering myself a pair of really shitty pedals and seeing what we can do on those. That's a good idea for a future video. Yeah. Alright, let's change it up a little bit for a second. I have a question for you guys. Have you ever wanted to be a king in the Middle Ages? Would you like to do what Bill and Ted did and romance the legendary ladies and establish your dynasty? Guess what? Now you can, because this week's video is sponsored by King's Throne Game of Lust. It's an RPG game where you can rule your own kingdom and experience the royal perks of being a medieval king. There's epic wars, fun adventures, and irresistible romance. Oh, yeah. The best part is, it's free! Try it out for yourself with the link in my description. I've been playing it for about a week already. It's pretty awesome. I love that there's so much you can do in the game, and the campaign story is pretty cool too. Recruit your soldiers for your army, become powerful enough to expand, and then crush your enemies in battle. You can even go around the city meeting gorgeous ladies. And if you find the right one, you can take her back to your private quarters and, well, you know. You also have children with these gorgeous ladies, and you can raise those children to become powerful leaders. Then you can unite with other lords at the round table and form an alliance to take down the real competitors. And if you think you're good enough, you can join some of the tournaments if you really want to strategize and prove your power. By the time you're watching this video, there's a brand new update to the game, plunging you into the history of ancient Greece. Check this out, you can get characters from 300, including King Leobachi and Gorgo. Get your butt in here, it's free to play, download using the link in my description, and if you use my special code, each player will get 500 diamonds and 20 maiden fragments, which can be exchanged for Sarah, Maylene, or Morrigan. And as always, good luck, happy gaming, and I'll see you guys in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, next question. Isaac says, 22! Anyway, what gear would you recommend getting first if one were to start their own music channel? Mics, cameras, triggers? I have no idea what I should get first. Well, you definitely need a camera, and you're definitely going to need mics or triggers unless you're using an electronic drum kit. You won't need any microphones for that unless you want to talk to the audience, and if you don't want to use the camera audio, you can use a microphone like this. You also need an audio interface unless you have an electronic drum set that has a module that is USB that can plug directly into your computer. You'll need something to get that signal to the computer, and most of the time you use an audio interface that is USB. Either way though, if you want to start your own music channel, you're going to need all that stuff anyways, so just get it all. Tim asks, would you be willing to cover any Rings of Saturn or Zenith Passage? Also, longtime fan, you're amazing no matter what you do, so keep it up, fart metal for life. Thank you very much, Tim. To be honest, I'm not sure if there's any Rings of Saturn songs that I could physically play. You know what? No, there's that one song I could play that 8-Bit Drummer had me play on a stream once. I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to ask him. Maybe I'll do a cover for that. I don't think I've ever heard the Zenith Passage before, so I'll have to check them out and get back to you on that one, yeah? If you must choose, would you rather use all the time the fart trigger on your snare, or have it sound like Saint Anger? As much as I love farts, I think if I had the snare trigger as a fart the whole time, all the time, I'd probably get sick of farts, and I don't want that to happen. We all hate the Saint Anger snare anyways, so let's just go with that. Frank says, Jurassic Geriatrics was killer. When's the next album coming out? First of all, Frank, thank you very much. And second, I have no idea. I don't even know the last time I wrote a song. Maybe it was Demon in the Private Parts, or I don't know, maybe you guys would know better than I do. My brain is just so, I don't even remember what I did like an hour ago. Thug life. But yeah, the thing, I just got to find the time to do it, and my session work list, my waiting list is like extremely backed up right now, so I don't know, man, unless I can, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to have time to make a full album happen. No, I gotta make it happen. I gotta stop being a Bachi. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna shut up on that one. If you could be one background character in any movie you want, what movie? Let's go with, let's go with Alien. Alien. Can't you imagine it? Me bursting out of somebody's chest. How do you make people to watch your drum covers? Well, that's up to people. If there was a way to make people watch your covers, that would be awesome.
Listen here, boy, I'm gonna sit you down and make you watch my new video.
If you could play on any drummer's kit for 1 hour, whose would you choose? Oh man, this is gonna be a toss-up between Lars's and Justice for All kit, and Mike Portnoy's Purple Monster kit. Hell, I'd mess around on Terry Bozzio's kit too. But if I could choose one... I can't. I don't know. Shit. Next question. 2 trains are moving at the same speed and in the same direction on parallel tracks. One is about to turn left, the other is about to turn right. At what point do both train drivers admit that country music was a mistake? As soon as they turn 22. Hey Sam, any advice for a shit musician looking for motivation? Here's some motivation. Practice, 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 and if you don't practice enough, I'm gonna come over there and stick my finger in your butthole. Favorite position in bed? I actually invented a new one. It's called 22. Do you love me? Do you chung? Why is the number 22 so good at dancing? Because it has 2 twos. 2 twos. You get it? Scott. Oh, look, it's Bongo. When are you getting a haircut, you fucking bum? Why have you not responded to my request for a drum playthrough of Black Seeds on Virgin Soil by Old Man's Child? And why do you hate Nick Barker and Old Man's Child so much as to not honor them with a drum cover? This is a joke, right? Sex? On a serious note, though, I've played that song a bunch of times on live streams. No, I don't have a video for it yet, but if you come hang out on the live streams, you might catch it! Where does your sudden infatuation with Gojira come from? Do you allow yourself to be influenced by the French? 'Cause I'm French, and I love Gojira. So, keep going on, please. And sex. I actually have you, the viewers, to thank for getting me into Gojira. I never really listened to Gojira much before I started live streaming, and a bunch of you guys were requesting Gojira songs, and I started, playing them, and I was like, these are pretty good. I actually saw Gojira live twice by accident. They were opening up for other bands that I was going to see live, and I wasn't really a fan back then, but I don't know, something must have clicked in my head, and now I like the Gojina. Poutine, French onion soup, French God Apocalypse. That's a random funny story. When we were on tour with Flesh God once, I was standing on the side of the stage waiting for Flesh God to go on. Some random dude comes up to me, he's like, hey, who's coming up next? And for some reason, instead of Flesh God Apocalypse, I said, oh, French God Apocalypse. And I was like, wait, what? And then right then, Francesco walks by me and he goes, French! When is the sex tape with Al being released? I think that the absolute brutality of having your cav annihilated would make for a good album. In fact, you can call it Cavity Annihilation. I think we've discussed this already, but Al and I are releasing a sex tape on February 22nd, 2022. Not really, but something significant is going to happen on that date. I just haven't decided what yet. If you were to travel back in time, what band would you have liked to be a part of? Oh, dude, Metallica. Metallica. Do you think you'll ever be a touring musician again? Damn, that's a tough one. There's so many things that could depend on. COVID being, a big part of that, especially with my autoimmune deficiency. I'm like at extreme risk of getting it too. I feel like if I got COVID, I'd probably die. It would take 22 days to kill me. There's a lot of 22s in this video so far. Shit. Hey Samus. Oh, when are you doing another Ultimate Shred video? See, here we go again. If you guys didn't realize, I totally failed to make an Ultimate Shred song for 2019. I just did not have the time to do it, and then the whole year went by and I didn't do it, and now it's 2020, September, and yeah, I finally just pulled the sticky note down off the door that said Ultimate Shred Song 2019. I'm like, dude, that's been there for over a year? Why am I so lucky? Would you rather sweat mayonnaise or shit out a softball? You know what? I'm going to go with sweating mayonnaise, because mayonnaise is made from eggs, and if we sweat mayonnaise, that's how we can attract Susan. Hi Sam, greetings from Sweden, the metal capital of the world. Which Swedish bands have influenced you the most, and who is your favorite Swedish drummer? Sex. Let's go with Soilwork and In Flames. Two great Swedish metal bands, fuck yeah. Favorite Swedish drummer, shit. Mickey D is Swedish, right? So is Adrian Erlandsson.
Martin Lopez.
They're great! Would you recommend having sex with Al at 222 beats per minute? Yeah, I guess, but you'd only last 22 seconds. Hey Fammoth, just getting into drumming this year, also thanks to you being a great inspiration for me. But what is the best thing to practice when you don't have a drum set yet? Sex. Thank you very much, Cedric, and that's a great question. Believe it or not, practicing drums on the toilet is great. Another good thing to do is get drumsticks and a practice pad and just get like a rudiment notebook and just start learning how to read music and just learn some of your rudiments like paradiddles and coconuts, apple pie, huckleberry lunch. How did you publish your music before you had DistroKid, and what actual difference has it made for you? Oh, your sex in Holland. Before I used DistroKid, I was using a company called TuneCore, and I think I only released Fart Metal through TuneCore before I found out about DistroKid. Rob Scallon actually told me about DistroKid, so thanks, Rob. TuneCore was charging, I think, like $10 or $15 per song per year. Like, I only had one song up anyways, but I wanted to add more songs, and I realized DistroKid is only $20 per year, no matter how many songs you upload, so I'm like, see you later, TuneCore. Goodbye. If I stayed with TuneCore, I would probably be paying hundreds of dollars a year just to keep my songs on iTunes and Apple Music and all that shit. Best electric drum set to buy? I'm on a $200 budget. I don't even think you can get an electronic drum set for $200. Does anyone in the comments know somewhere where you can get an electric drum set for $200? Maybe one of those Yamaha, like, things? I don't know what they're called, but if those are less than $200 even? Sucks! Can you shave your head, bro? Thanks for being so cool. Thank you for being so cool, Tom. Yeah. And no, I'm not going to shave my fucking head. Great question from James. Do you have any advice for someone interested in starting a YouTube channel? What advice would you give to your past self when you were first getting started? Well, when I was first getting started, I was really just uploading to YouTube like sometimes once a year, once every couple of months. I was just really doing it for fun. I did not have any like motivation to like ever see that it would go somewhere full time. That was actually, when I first started, I don't even think monetization was available on YouTube. I think I uploaded my first video in 2006. But the biggest thing I would have told my past self was to upload more videos. Like, I didn't really take it seriously at all. I had a couple of videos up and I was like, okay, cool. If people want to check me out, I have a couple videos. I have enough stuff for people to see what I can do. And no, that's not how it works. You gotta just keep uploading shit and be like, hey. If you had to choose, would you go full electronic kit or acoustic with mesh heads? Lo-fi cymbals all triggered? If I had to choose, I would probably do exactly what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't say no to also having an electric kit on the side. I don't know, I think that would be fun to have an electric kit, but I don't have the room for that, so probably not going to be doing that. Hey Fammoth, would you ever consider playing a game like Super Mario World using only drums? If that's possible, I would love to try it. It would probably be a disaster, because usually when you're running left or right, you have to hold that button down, right? So would you have to like do a roll on one drum just to get him to keep moving? I don't know how that would work. Or sprint. You have to hold down sprint too. But dude, either way, if somebody can figure out how I can do that, I would try it. I'm pretty sure that UCOG monkey guy almost won a game of Fortnite by using his Guitar Hero controller to play the game, and that was pretty cool. Can you un-Lars a few Metallica songs? Samus of Puppets, please. Alright, when you say un-Lars, I need to know exactly what you mean, because that could mean a few different things. With all the Lars haters out there, yeah, that could mean a bunch of different things. Or do you just want like Metallica with blast beats or something? Specify in the comments below. Based upon your experience, would you say that D-Drum Chrome Elites are reliable enough for use on a purely sampled kit? Absolutely, I've had them at least a month now. Could be longer. I lose track of time very easily, but they are definitely reliable triggers. I highly recommend them. They're fucking great. What's the fastest tempo you can go on double bass and blast beats? Sex! You do lots of stuff and are always busy. How do you mitigate burnout? You know what, that's my question for you guys. Because I can't. I'm burned out at the end of every fucking day, dude. So, help. Winnipegger question. What's Pizza Hotline's phone number? Whew. Alright, you guys, I think that about does it for this FAQ Bahi session. Thank you so much to every single person who submitted questions. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you to all my supporters. And remember, if you want to support my channel for free, download King's Throne Game of Lust in the description.
2022